everyone and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to just give you a little bit of a third year life update, middle of the semester sort of, like just talking about how I'm feeling, all the stuff that's going through my head at the minute, and just a little bit of an insight into what a third year's head might look like. So I hope this is helpful for anyone who is a prospective student who might want to go to uni, someone who's in first or second year, someone who never wants to go to uni, or know someone that's at uni, so it gives you a little bit of an insight into what someone who is a student could be feeling, because I know a lot of the time people think that students are having the most amazing time of their life because you only see the highlights on social media, like nights out and doing stuff with new friends and everything, like that's what you see. And I know a lot of the time my family at home think that I'm having the best time ever just because of what I post on social media, because it is so easy to think that, and when it's like the only stuff you see, which is why I try and share some of the good and the bad side on my Instagram account. If you want to go follow me, it's just Charlotte Emily Bryce. But I do post a lot of like stuff on there that's body positivity related, how to like love your body and stuff, and then also the side where I talk about my mental health and things surrounding uni and uni life and stress. Feel free to go follow me and check me out over there. I also talk about this a lot on my vlog channel. I pretty much daily vlog my uni life, even if they end up being like 2-day vlogs or I skip a couple of days. I pretty much daily vlog and share my whole uni life, and you'll probably hear me talk about my mental health and stuff on there a lot. If you want to see a little bit more of me if this is the first time. But yeah, I think starting off with the workload, I feel so stressed right now. I have my dissertation which is due in a month tomorrow. I have my dissertation hand in, final submission. I've been working on this for a couple of months now, like sort of mainly since January. But I couldn't really do much until the end of January anyway, because I had to collect results. I'm doing a forensic science degree, so I've had to create a study. I've surveyed people in the industry, and I've also had to collect some sort of data to write up my results and then analyse them. Rather than just like a solid paper-based dissertation, I have had to go out and collect some sort of data. It's been very difficult because it's been such a different piece of work, anything that I've ever done before, and no one tells you how to write it. No one really gives you enough guidance. Like, we've had lectures and stuff on how to write each of the sections, but not like proper in-depth how to write, if you know what I mean. Just like, it's sort of more like pinpointing what you have to cover in that section rather than actual, I don't know. I don't expect someone to do it for me, because that's the reason I'm at university doing further education, is because I'm independently learning. But I feel like there is a lot less guidance, so I definitely want to create some like dissertation content when I've finished it, and hopefully get a good grade in it so I can actually share some more expert advice, I guess, online, because I am struggling to find stuff that's really helpful to my degree and like what I've been doing in my dissertation. So yeah, I have though, to give you a little bit of positivity and good vibes if you are currently at uni and dreading third year and the whole dissertation talk. It is my favourite piece of work I've ever done, because I'm focusing on a topic that I've picked myself, that I am passionate about, and that I'm loving researching and writing. Although it is so mentally draining, like trying to find all these references and making sure everything's coherent and everything is done all perfectly, like from references to titling things and captioning figures and tables and making sure all the data looks good. It is a really interesting and fun piece to write, and I feel like I now know why there is that massive sense of accomplishment. I can like sort of see it in the distance. It's a very far distance, like I can't see it being a complete piece of work just yet, but I now understand why people are so proud of themselves when they've done their dissertation, because like my blood, sweat and tears have gone into this piece of work. I just want to give hope to people who might be dreading the whole dissertation thing, because if you've got the chance to control what you're writing your dissertation about, you should love it. And I highly recommend picking a topic that you like to talk about and investigate, because that's exactly what I've done and I'm loving life. If anyone wants to know, I'm doing my dissertation on gender inequality within the forensic science industry. So far I've looked at job advertisements and how just from the recruitment process some jobs are more masculine coded in comparison to feminine coded, looking at how gendered language is still very prevalent in the work industry, how more male authors are cited and published in online scientific journals and how that can affect women's interest in STEM careers. And I've also I released an online survey that I created and spoke to lots of people in the forensic industry and heard some of their opinions on gender discrimination and inequality that they've personally encountered in the industry. It's been really interesting, and I will do a proper video talking solely about that if anyone is interested in it. I am obviously very passionate and interested in the whole thing, so if you do want me to do a whole video where I talk about my research, like all the stuff that I found out and stuff. I love creating educational videos. Yeah, I don't want to obviously release it if it's just going to bore people and people aren't going to enjoy it, but as you can probably tell, I'm very passionate towards that. So yeah, that is something that is good. Like, although it is so mentally draining, and I'm writing words that I don't think are good enough and not dissertation worthy. Like, I don't know what is acceptable and what's good and what's bad. That's what I'm struggling with the most with it. But I am just generally loving reading and finding out more about women in science and stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So yeah, that is a good positive thing from third year, that I am enjoying my work and a lot of, well, dissertation, let's say. I'm not so much enjoying the fact that I've got coursework as well as the dissertation stuff, which I know obviously was going to happen, but I've got a piece of coursework at the minute that I'm not enjoying. I don't think it's relevant. It's like the first piece of coursework, I spoke about this in my vlog, that I don't think is actually very relevant to my course and like the future in the course as well. So it's frustrating that I'm having to do that with such a tight time schedule. Like, I've only had 2 weeks to complete it. It's a 2,000 word essay alongside the dissertation and other stuff that's going on in my life, because obviously everyone has more commitments than just university. So it has been very difficult to balance, and I think balance is something that I've very struggled with a lot more in third year, because I've got my YouTube channels, which are sort of like my part-time job. Like, I earn a bit of money here and there. Same with like my blog and social media, Instagram, etc, etc. That's sort of like my part-time job, so I'm having to balance that side of work with my university work, which is obviously my priority because I'm paying fucking 50 grand or whatever overall for my university. So that is my priority, and then I'm also trying to balance it with social life, which is really hard when student finance fucked me over. So I have like barely any money. It's really hard to do social stuff that doesn't cost a little bit. Like, obviously I can have days where I'm chilling at home with my friends, but sometimes it is better to get out and do something active. I need to release the endorphins. Staying in this house is just really detrimental at the minute, because I feel like I just see the four walls in my room and I just get into a whole big rut and uni guilt of not constantly writing my dissertation or not doing this, not doing that. I'm finding it more difficult than ever to tick off my to-do list. I'm usually very motivated and driven, like you probably will have seen from my vlogs, and although I am going out every day and forcing myself to do 200 words on my disc, it is really draining. Like, I'm so mentally, physically drained. The weather's awful at the minute, which I think is definitely impacting my work ethic. I just feel like I've been completely just drained and have no life in me left. I'm thinking it's just this time of the semester where it's all getting a little bit too much, but I have to keep pushing because I have a dissertation to write. Like, it has to be complete so soon, so I'm trying to get there and trying to fit in all my other stuff and making sure I have time and the money to go to events and stuff for my YouTube and things, to keep my YouTube and socials running, because that's what I enjoy and love doing outside of uni. And yeah, it's just very hard, and I think I keep having these downward spirals where I sit, specifically at night. A lot of you guys might have experienced it too if you're in education, uni or whatever, and I just think about the future, and because it's actually nearing so soon, I'm getting worried. Like, as soon as I finish uni, I have no idea what I'm going to be doing. I'm not sure like what I want to do, whether I want to travel, go straight into a job, go back home like and do some work there and then save up money, and I really just don't know. And I hate that, because most of the time in my life I've had an idea of what I want to do after uni when I move out. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I've had a bit more of an idea, and now that it's actually coming close to it, I've never felt more unprepared for like stepping into the real world after uni, and it's terrifying. Like, I can't believe it's a few months away and then I'll be in that weird period. A lot of people say that the period from when you've like finished your exams or handed in your last piece of work from uni and to the point where you graduate is like the whole weird crimbo limbo situ. Like I remember Alice saying that to me, Alice Thorpe, saying that it feels like the day after Boxing Day to New Year's, but for a massive extended period. And especially at the University of Lincoln, our graduation's in September, so from May to September I'm going to be waiting around, working in summer hopefully, trying to earn some money, just in some weird limbo deciding what to do which is going to be so weird, and I am dreading it. Like although I am ready for the next stage in my life, like I feel like I'm not outgrown Lincoln. Lincoln is always going to be in my heart. It's like absolutely amazing. I love the city. I think it's so cozy, and it's sort of like my comfort zone now, which is why I want to step out and go into the broader world, I guess. I'm hoping to move to a city at some point, whether that's near or far, I don't really know. Last topic I really wanted to touch on in this little third year update is probably mental health. I'm feeling like in a weird like meh stage, which obviously is better than feeling worse, so I'm kind of accepting it. I think I'm still on my antidepressants, which I think is definitely helping me ride a little bit more smoothly through this like pretty awful time. My mindset's just a bit like meh. I just want to power through. I really want to get a good grade in my dissertation, but it's really hard when I'm so mentally drained of life. I think it's just like the repetition of just waking up and dissertation and going to sleep, and I can't be bothered to cook, I can't be bothered to clean, I can't be bothered to move, I can't be bothered to breathe. I just feel so lifeless and de-energized. So yeah, I hope that gives you a bit of an insight into my uni life at the minute. I know a lot of you guys wanted to hear a little update on third year, because although I do vlog my daily life, sometimes I don't have a sit down proper chat about what's going on in my head and my mind. I hope this makes a lot of you feel less alone as well, if you're feeling a bit similar to me, just a bit meh, drained, sort of wanting it to be over but not wanting it to be over at the same time, and being scared and nervous and fragile and sensitive. But yeah, thank you very much for all of your continued support. I can't believe I've vlogged and filmed my entire 3 years at uni and shared all my life experiences, and I hope you can see a positive change in the way I've come. If you've been watching me for a while through uni, it's really strange for me to watch back my first year vlogs and seeing how different I've become and like how much more mature, and the experience I've gained. It's just pretty amazing. So yeah, I'm trying to take every day as it comes and try not to think too much into the future, because everything will work out exactly how it should do in the end. And yeah, positive vibes. I hope you're all doing well. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this little video. I will definitely be making a dissertation video if I get a good grade and when that goes well, and I'll share all my tips, tricks, advice and stuff. And yeah, I'll see you very soon for another video. Bye.